everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA, spreading diversity and culture and to you. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. This game in Houston marks the start of a homestand for the Rockets. Came together was also in this building with an unfortunate ending for the home team. That loss brought them down 2-1 in this series matchup. They'd like to steal back that momentum.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Powell. And it's Plumlee in at center. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Aminu.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's lights out. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Soft touch off the glass. Lights out's got 5 now.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
And Lillard gets to Aminu. Plumlee with the screen. McCollum dishes to Plumlee. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Here's lights out. 5 points in the game. From past the arc. And yes, sir, that one drops. Lights out's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Lillard attacking. Passes to Plumlee. And it's sent back by Howard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Lillard misses. Houston leading by 3. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah, Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. As a matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
That's good.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Here's lights out. He's got 8. Launches a 3. Portland grabs the miss. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Their percentage from long range in that game was off the charts. It seemed like anytime the fans got a little hostile, they just started to take it up a notch from beyond.
The bombs were really falling, weren't they? I mean, great shooting, especially when you consider it was on the road.
They get the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
But they get it back. And the wide open shot from Decker. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Decker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And with this break, why don't we check out the hottest shooting point guards over the last month? Number 1,
And he's been even more accurate with his shooting than he's been with his passing. Just a terrific percentage from the field.
And, Greg, this isn't a power forward we're talking about. I mean, this is a point guard. He's knocking down shots from 20 feet like they were layups.
Now here's McCollum. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Portland shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Guys, that says a lot of game. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Here's lights out. 8 points for him. From the arc. Can't hit. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the go-ahead bucket, no
Test shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's McCollum. Brewer with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Takes the 3. Kept wide by Houston. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Golden State.
I mean, no stress in that one. Again, almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Bayless. The shot is off. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Rockets ahead, up 4. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard. He explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel. I kind of just embraced it, for my...
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Howard. Nelson comes in and lights out, subbed in for Corey Joseph. Portland also making some changes. McGarry's checked in for Plumlee. Hill comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jared Bayless. Lights out in at point guard. Jason Smith is out there with Decker. Then it's Nelson, and it's Harden in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. That's good. Hill's got his first points of the game.
I like the way they've picked it up here offensively in the second.
Yeah, up above 50% in terms of field goal percentage. They're on a roll.
Here's lights out. He's got 11. Good.
He totally lost his defender. Broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
That was just an amazing play. I mean, you talk about making him reach for thin air. Wow.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors got the job done. He had 49 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But Hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Here's lights out. He's got 14. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. And Thomas, here we go. Can't cash in from close range. Harden the pass to lights out. For three. That's good. Now just a one-point Trailblazer lead.
This is an absolute monster performance from him. He is.
Here's Hill. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Hill's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Here's lights out. And another three for Houston.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Lillard up top. He's got 5. Tries it from the top of the key. That is good. Lillard's got 7.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Lights out. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do. For the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Really an extraordinary game for lights out. 22 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from three, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
On the floor for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Powell is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the 5. Here's Powell. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Powell's got the first points of the second half here for the Trailblazers. Here's lights out. He's got 22. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Booker's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
Now the pass to Plumlee. Here's Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Freak.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
For Portland, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. That free throw good from Lillard. And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Not an A-plus trip to the line, but he did get them the lead.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Houston making a switch here. Joseph's checked in. Jared Bayless is checked in for Portland. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. On target from 13 feet. Bayless has got his first bucket in this one.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And it's Aminu in the corner. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Joseph, the pass to Lights Out. Off target with his 3.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Bayless kicks to McCollum. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Pass to Lights Out. From deep. Bayless grabs the board.
And sometimes he can hit that deep 3, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Portland. Hill comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Beyond the arc. And again for 3. The basket is good from Lights Out. And it's a 6-point run. Lead.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Here's McCollum. Portland no good that time either. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Shots good from Lights Out.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Bayless.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Here's Lights Out. And another 3 for Houston.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Houston making some changes. Houston also making some changes. Booker, he's checked in for Jason Smith. Brewer comes in for Decker. And Lights Out subbed in for Joseph. Lights Out, he's in at the point. Brewer is out there with Booker. Then it's Harden. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And Houston the other way now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Trailblazers trail by 14. And Aminu kicks to Powell. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
They set the pick. Here's lights out. Covered by Lillard. No good from lights out.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
That's good. Lights out's got 43 points.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
McCollum passes to Powell. Three-pointer. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Howard's checked in for Capella. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Rockets leading by 13. Here's lights out. The feed to Booker. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Check out the game for Booker. He's got 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first. And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's lights out, covered by Lillard.
Move the ball.
The 3-ball. And again, the triple from lights out. Lights out's got 49 points in the game.
Wow. What can you say?
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what Terry Stotts had to say in his huddle. He's looking for some early offense, telling his guys to keep the pace up-tempo and not let that shot clock run down. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the 4th. Kevin, back to you.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Lillard has been playing really well. He's got 16 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
Here's lights out, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lights out's got 52 points.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Feeds it to Powell. Plenty of space. The Rockets pull it in. Booker's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's lights out. Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard with no one around. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harden the pass to lights out. Shoots the 3. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Houston.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And after trailing in this season series, tonight they avenged themselves, taking the final game of the year between these two teams, finishing at 2-2 against the Trailblazers.
So Houston wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
What can you say about the show he put on tonight? That was simply basketball greatness. You hardly get a player that gets that focused, that determined. He did the work of 3 players out there tonight and got the points to prove it.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. You know he can hit the 3 ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.